Hello.
How's it going?
How are you?
Very good. So, Madam Mayhem, how's it going with you in the wonderful land of rock?
It's going great. We just finished our U.S. tour. The album was just released, Ready For Me. It was just dropped on this past Friday, and now we're about to go to Europe and the UK with a Fozzy. So it's going to be a great end of the year.
Excellent stuff. Have you met Fozzy before?
Yeah, some of the guys I have, we actually share a guitarist, so that's going to make life a lot easier. We're going to have like a great, family vibe because we're all kind of, everyone knows everyone in some way or another with all the degrees of separation and whatnot.
Well, that's good. And, the fans of Fozzy will really appreciate you guys, I'm sure, with your sound quality and all that stuff.
I hope so.
Well, I'm sure. What do you think of, this album? How much work and effort did you put into it, like, for Ready For Me?
Yeah, I put a lot into it. All the songs are actually real life stories, real life frustrations, real things that I was going through at the time that we were making this album. And I really basically spilled my guts and told all my deep, dark secrets in this album. And musically, I'm really proud of it. I got to work with a co-writer of mine who I work with all the time. His name is Corey Lowery. He produced the album. He's in a band called Asonia, and his brother Clint Lowery, who is in Sevendust, also co-wrote some songs with us. And Troy McLawhorn from Evanescence as well wrote 2 songs and contributed his talents. And so it was just a great group of people to write these songs, and I felt really comfortable with them and was able to really put everything I had into this album. So I'm really proud of it, and I hope people can relate to it and also be able to just rock out and have a good time to it.
Would you say it took a long time to make the album, or how did it go for you, like in the studio?
For me, I'm very fast paced. So like anything, I always feel like everything takes long. But honestly, these songs took a lot faster than usual. I think we all meshed really well and vibed really well, and we all had the same ideas when it came to what kind of an album I wanted to make, and everyone understood that. So when you find these people that you can work with so well, it helps a lot. And we were able to, sometimes it just flowed so well. Songs would get done super fast. So I was very pleased.
What do you think of the image of rock today? What you need to represent yourself, like, in a sense, on YouTube, because people want visual now.
Yeah, I try to be me as much as possible. Even on the album cover of Ready For Me, it's like just my eyes and my spike gloves, and that's just what I walk around with all the time. I'm very into leather and spikes and like the rocker image. Whether or not I was doing this as a career, that's probably what I would walk around looking like. So I think image is important and all that, but it is kind of hard to sometimes think, what kind of a video do we want to make for YouTube? Like for All Around the World, which is the first single off the album, we have a video we just released for that on our Madam Mayhem official YouTube page. And trying to figure out the concepts and ideas for videos now while everyone, wants to be on YouTube, wants to see what you have to do, what's going on, not just necessarily listen to the songs. It's a little bit of pressure, but the good news is we love to have fun doing it and creating, so it helps.
And speaking of the video, very good job, the everything in it represents very well, and how is it working in that atmosphere to make that video?
Oh, thank you. It was really cool. I got to work with these directors that I've worked with in the past on actually my last 2 videos. It's these 2 brothers. They're awesome. They're based in LA, and we got to make it in this really cool warehouse, really cool vibe, great people. It was really fun to shoot. So I hope everyone can kind of see that translate onto their computer screens when they watch it.
Do you find a lot of bands use the warehouse type situations now, to make videos?
Well, it's definitely convenient because you're in the warehouse and it's like one, location. So I feel like that is a general thing that, people are going to start doing because it makes sense. And, there's not a lot of money in this industry anymore. So, we as artists try to do, pull off the best product we can with what we have. But also for my visions and stuff, it usually does have something to do with a sketchy looking warehouse or a basement or something anyway, so it actually works out perfectly because that's like the kind of vibe we're trying to put off anyway. So it works.
It's like that there's either the green screen or a warehouse. What do you think of green screens yourself?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty rock and roll, so we kind of like to warehouse it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like it looks really good on the film as well. Very
Oh,
good
thank
job.
you.
How's a day in life for you, Madam Ma'am? Like in a rock star level or on tour? How's your life going when
It's
you are on tour?
it's very, very busy. I am very involved in every single aspect of the project. So if when we're on the road, I'm also, somewhat tour managing. I'm dealing with the merchandise as well, because I like to meet all of my fans whenever I go to a show. Whenever we do a show, the second we're done, I get off stage, I run straight to our merch booth, not just to sell items, but really I enjoy speaking with the fans and fellow rock and metal lovers. I just enjoy talking about it, which is why I also run our social media page and everything like that. So either way, it's very busy for me, whether I'm on the road or I'm at home. I'm always doing something, and it's always either creating new music or something artistic for the music, or it's, reaching out to fans in some way, or even if it's the administrative work. I try to keep myself occupied in all things Madam Mayhem as much as possible because I live this music.
What do you think of vinyl versus CDs or versus MP3s yourself?
I mean, I personally, you can't put a vinyl in a car, so
True.
I'm a fan of CDs still, even though now in cars they're starting to make it less possible to do that. But I do love vinyl. I wish we could put some of our stuff on vinyl. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to have the budget to do so. That would be so great because I love listening to vinyl. I think it's great that it's back. I grew up in a time, I was born where there were the cassette tapes and then CDs came when I was starting to buy them myself. So I love that. And yes, of course, the easiest way is the MP3 download, but I feel like you get the best version, whether it's WAV file, CD or the record is definitely my favorite, but I totally understand the MP3. Sometimes you got to do it. It's easier to access and all that. But for our album artwork, we like to put stuff into it. There's photos in there, artwork, all that stuff. So when you buy a physical CD, you get all of that with it. You get to see the credits. You get to see how it got to be made and who was involved and all of that. So I kind of like that aspect a little bit better.
Let's say you're playing a European tour with Fozzy. What's the difference going to Europe, to play compared to North America?
I'm very excited to find out. This is actually going to be our first full UK European run,
right.
And I've heard only amazing things, so we're very excited. Our label's actually over there in Europe, so we're excited to see, how people have reacted to this brand new album so far, and we heard that everyone is great rock and metal lovers over there, so we cannot wait to get out there and play. And touring in the North America and the US is super fun too. I mean, that's our home and we love it. And we just got back from that. And it's so great to connect to fans at those venues. And it's a blast. But we're really excited to, go overseas and see what's in store for us over there.
And they sure love their metal and rock down there, which is good to see in 2017.
Yes, definitely.
we need more of that, in North America, I would say myself. But we shall wait and see.
Yep.
Great work on the album, music video, love it. Just keep up the great work and hopefully see you live someday.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, we have a great tour and talk to you later.
Great. Thanks. Bye.